Hi and welcome, Gemini. This is a reading for the month of July. Let's get some shuffling done. The first card that we have here is the Chariot. There's going to be a decision in the near future that you're going to be making about where you live, is what I'm sensing. There are a few other decisions that you've had to make along the way, and they've been difficult, I feel like, within relationships, but you've persevered here. If you were in a committed relationship, there's been some rocky roads, but you have worked through them. It also may be a newer relationship that you were thinking, are you going to decide to stay or are you going to decide to cut it out? And I feel like you have this idea about what a relationship looks like for yourself. We have this card here of nostalgia from childhood. So you may have always dreamed about certain types of things, like I want to say like a wedding, lots of family around, but things haven't worked out like that for you in your life. There's been some other things that have stood in the way. And I think most of all, the decision on who you're going to be with has affected your life. But now you have made this dream come true where you are having something that you've always wanted. So Gemini, there's two things that I'm feeling here. One is where you've had a relationship that has been very rocky and you've worked through problems, and it is now turning into your dream type of relationship that you've had since you've been a child. There's also a newer relationship that may look like that, and you're really feeling good about it. And it feels like also that is going along those lines where you've had some nostalgia come up and you wanted certain things a certain way. I find it interesting, though, that the Chariot showed up for Gemini because the duality of this and the two different types of relationships that I'm seeing seems to reflect that also with Gemini. So we have the card here, the Muse. And with this, I feel like you have been the inspiration for a lot of people, but you've put your dreams aside thinking that maybe melding that was part of your dream. But you realize that some of these things were the other person's dreams and not a unity. So this is why these relationships have failed or have had conflict, because it's not involving you. And also, I feel like a little bit of ego was within that as well. And I mean, we all have ego, but this has really affected how you wanted things to turn out. And you've learned to release certain things and know that things change and prosper. With the Muse card, there's cherry petals falling. So from the amazing cherry trees and their blossoms, they transform into this beautiful fruit. You also have two worlds. So there is this idea of the duality here, Gemini, and you have this wonderful home and you're making it comfortable. Your environment is beautiful. You've worked hard to gain that, Gemini. And I feel like you're looking at something else you want to do. Maybe, children are getting older, they don't need you so much, and you have some extra time. So you're contemplating on what you want to do. So you also have the Wishes Fulfilled card. There may be an energy here of prosperity. You can work when you want, do what you like, travel where you want, but you like to be at home. And in this environment, it feels like within committed relationships, it may take a step further into a marriage. I feel like that's more like what you're hoping for your life. And since childhood, this is something you've wanted. I feel like by the end of July, beginning of August, these are things that are going to be really weighing heavily on your mind. And you want to go further with something than what you have. And if you are in a committed relationship and are married, then I am also feeling that this may extend into community services. You're helping community in some way, but you're also helping yourself and putting yourself out there. I also feel, Gemini, that your diet is changing. It has been a little bit erratic and maybe not the healthiest. So you're adjusting that and eating all the beautiful fruits and bounties of a good harvest. Probably by August, you will become a little bit healthier. And it's affecting not only your physical health, but your mental health. And so this is a time when you can care for yourself more and see where you want to eliminate or have overindulged in something. And I'm even seeing things like vitamins and such, or like extra things that you may have thought your body needed, but I feel like you are changing your diet so that you no longer need to have those things, and you don't want to overstress your digestive system, because that takes energy up from your thinking and the ways that you want to go. So we also have the coyote spirit. You're trusting in divine detours. You are really good at duality. So like I've said before, that this seems like there has been some twists and turns of unexpected natures, and you really are focused on coming from your heart and being honest about what you want in your life for the first time. There may have been some deviousness, or maybe you had a hard time speaking up about your truth in life. And we have the number 16, so that equals 7. So 7 is meaning that you're moving above a higher understanding of what you have to do within your community. This also goes along with the wishes fulfilled card. So this is, you have a good spiritual base. You have a good understanding about where you want to be in life. And these divine detours have always led you where you need to be. And so you're appreciating all of those things in life that you felt maybe that have led you off your path in the past. You're actually learning that those were hard-earned lessons for you to understand specific things as you go on into these endeavors over the next month, or I feel 2 months, I'm going to say. Be careful of tricksters out there in business plans and interactions. There may be somebody around you that has not always been truthful, especially when it comes to business dealings. So those types of things catch up to people over time. And the outside world looks at it as successful, but deep down that this person around you may not always have the best intentions as far as being honest with finances. So there's something there that you want to work out. And I do feel this is within relationships. So that's also something to take note of for yourself. And I really feel like you know the right direction to go. You're going to feel it inside of you. There may be an energy of feeling anxious or questioning when you have questions about the other person's dealings with finances. And you're going to begin to trust that. And you're going to know there's a sort of calm that will come over you that helps you move forward with finances. And Gemini, you don't have to indulge if there's somebody that's being a little shady, all right? So just a forewarning on that may enter. But for the most part, this reading really feels positive and a transformational stage for you. So I love this for you, Gemini, and I hope you have a great month of July. Bye for now.